This week I put out some fall heavy hitters, so stay tuned. Hey, what's good guys? Hunter here and welcome back to the channel where I upload weekly fragrance content, so you already know the drill. Hit that subscribe button down below and also make sure to follow me over on my Instagram page so you don't miss anything. But today is of course the weekly fragrance rotation series, and if you are new to this series, we basically run down what fragrance we're on each day, how many sprays, the kind of weather, and of course if that particular fragrance happened to get a compliment or not. So let's get right into Sunday. Sunday happened to be in the mid-60s and rainy outside, and I was in the mood for a honey fragrance, so I pulled out zaharoff Nexos, my favorite fragrance from the house of zaharoff. I absolutely love this stuff, guys. It's perfect for the colder weather. It is a little bit aromatic. It has a sweet honey going on, some earthy tobacco with a slight pinch of citruses in the opening that don't last that long. And I know a lot of people say wear this one in the summertime, but for me personally, I only primarily rock this one in the fall and winter, and it's outstanding. On that day though, I did do 6 sprays with the Nexos because the performance of this stuff is incredible. And if you happen to overspray this one like I usually do, it can become a little bit too cloying and kind of sickeningly sweet on skin, so just be careful of that. Also, don't really recall what I really did on Sunday besides chill and relax, but this one right here was absolutely perfect and just made the day so much better. So that's what I wore for Sunday, is zaharoff Nexos. Monday was actually in the low 50s and rainy outside, and I went with a sexy fragrance from Supers, and this one is Hamzat Smash. Now, you already know about Supers. I've talked about these guys a ton. They're so good and deserving of all the hype they've been getting. And you can use code HUNTER10 on their website to save 10% off if you want to check out any other fragrances. Hamzat Smash, however, is one of the sexiest ones in the collection alongside Memories Gold. This one though, I think you get like this blood orange, spicy, aromatic, a slight gourmand touch with this kind of burnt feel about it, and this stuff is outstanding, guys. One of my favorites from the house, hands down. And I'm a big UFC fan. Of course, Hamzat is a UFC fighter. It is in collaboration, which is awesome. With this one, I actually only did 5 sprays. The sprayers on here is equivalent to like 2 or 3 sprays from a regular atomizer. It sprays like a fire hose, guys. I've also kind of been going a little bit lighter on my sprays this week, as you'll see further on into the week. Also hit the gym later on in the evening while wearing this one. I don't really recommend wearing this one to the gym because it is very powerful and it's not really like a clean, fresh style fragrance. But it was just the fragrance I chose to wear during the day, and I happened to go to the gym a little bit later, and it was still on my skin, pushing still heavy after maybe around 8 hours or so. Absolutely check out Supers or Hamzat Smash. You probably will not be disappointed, guys. Like I said, this stuff is incredible, but that's what I wore for Monday. Tuesday was also in the low 50s, but cloudy outside, and I pulled out a fragrance from a decant or travel spray that I don't own the bottle of, and it is Fragrance Du Bois New York 5th Avenue. And check out this Fragrance Du Bois atomizer, guys. This thing is awesome. This is carry around in the car, whatever. And I'm a big fan of Fragrance Du Bois. As you see over there, I do own, I believe, 4 of them, including New York Intense. This one is New York 5th Avenue, which is an outstanding, absolutely gorgeous rose oud kind of fragrance with this slight kind of sweet caramel note combined with the rose and this woodiness. It's just so good, especially if you love those rosy, oudy kind of fragrances. Absolutely check out New York 5th Avenue. On that day though, I did do 6 sprays of New York 5th Avenue. Not really sure how it would perform since I don't own a bottle, so I kind of wanted to be a little bit cautious of that, and the performance wasn't really the best. It wasn't like a beast rose oud that you kind of expect, but still did perform fairly well because I did get a compliment a few hours into the day from a woman that I am around pretty often and never compliments my fragrance, or I don't think has ever complimented my fragrance. And she told me on that day that I smelled really good today. So that just goes to show you right now, this is an awesome, rosy, slightly sweet, gorgeous, luxurious fragrance. After having this decant, I think I'm gonna have to seek out a bottle very soon to join my other fragrances from Fragrance Du Bois. Wednesday was also in the low 50s and rainy outside, and it's been kind of consistent around that temperature here. It's getting kind of cold, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but I do love my cold weather fragrances. On that day though, this one isn't really suited for the cold, but I had to pull it out since it's brand new, and it is coming from Miller Harris, and this one is Meteor. Now, this is my first experience from the house of Miller Harris. They are a London-based house, and I love my British perfumery, guys. Of course, like Raja Parfums or Monjane, some of the best houses in the game, and Miller Harris is no different. With this one, this is gonna be sort of in the direction of like Ganymede by Marc-Antoine Barrois. Very musky, a little bit aquatic with this kind of ocean breeze vibe going on. So I would say if you do enjoy something like Ganymede, definitely check this one out. It's not identical at all, just kind of in that musky aquatic kind of genre. I could totally see myself taking this bottle with me if I ever go on a vacation somewhere tropical by the ocean, because it just gives you that ocean vibe right away, especially on that day. Even though I don't live by the ocean, I felt like I was at the ocean, guys. It captures that ocean breeze flawlessly. And the quality of the stuff did surprise me. It smells very, very expensive for what it is. And I know Miller Harris doesn't really get that much talk, at least from what I know. So if any of you guys have tried anything from this house and you enjoy any of them, let me know down below, because I'm very curious about some other offerings from here. Also went 5 sprays with this one. The performance is good for what it is, being an aquatic fragrance. Hit the gym a little bit later, and I think this suits the gym pretty good. It's not really like your clean smelling fragrance, but it does smell aquatic, which is the kind of style of fragrance you want to wear going to the gym. But that's what I wore for Wednesday, is Miller Harris Meteor. Thursday happened to be in the high 50s and sunny outside, which was a nice change, and I went with Liquid Imagineers Liquid Gold. And this stuff right here is so addicting, guys. It has this very nice kind of orange saffron spiciness going on combined together that does dry down into this creamy, warm vanilla. And this is just drop dead sexy when it comes to fragrances, guys. The perfect kind of fragrance to wear on a date night out to a nice dinner in the evening time. This will just suit that kind of occasion flawlessly. Too bad on Thursday while wearing this one, I didn't have a date set up for the evening, but man, this is killer for that. Also on that day, only went with 5 sprays of Liquid Gold. Been keeping it down on the sprays because if you know me, I usually go around like 10 or so sprays on the regular, so that is kind of like a sissy spraying for me, at least. I know a lot of you guys spray like maybe 2-3 times, possibly 5, but I do usually like to spray my stuff a little bit more than the average person, just because I have so many fragrances behind me that I'll never go through, and in my head I'm like, might as well get a nice full wearing of them. But if you're looking for a spicy, sexy saffron, creamy, warm vanilla style fragrance, look no further than Liquid Gold by Liquid Imagineers. This stuff's a banger. Friday was in the mid 60s and sunny outside, so it was a beautiful day, and I pulled out Ormond Jane's Ormond Man, which is a very mysterious fragrance, guys. I love this one, and there is a reason why I pulled this out on that day. But with this scent profile, it's very aromatic, green, very earthy, has this woody oud note, along with this very dark, earthy black hemlock note, which actually used to be used as poison like hundreds and thousands of years ago, which I've never seen in any other fragrance, and that gives it this very kind of dark, spooky, gothic vibe about Ormond Man. And the reason I pulled this out is because in the evening time, I actually went to this gothic style kind of cocktail bar, which is an awesome atmosphere. Check me out over on Instagram so you'll see that, and I actually posted a picture there with Ormond Man, and I just thought this suits it flawlessly. This is a very classy, mysterious, dark, earthy style fragrance, which definitely gives me gothic vibes without a doubt. And on that day, I did do my usual 10 spray routine with Ormond Man. The performance is great. This particular one, though, might look a little bit different because it is the new parfum concentration of it rather than the older style eau de parfum. So definitely up the performance with this one, because I did try the EDP. This one performs a little bit better and smells very identical. This one might be a little bit darker, but that's what I chose for Friday, is Ormond Man by Ormond Jane. Wrapping the week off on Saturday, it was in the high 60s and sunny outside, at least during the day, and I had to pull out something kind of like spooky that has Halloween vibes, so I went with NASA Models Black Afghano, guys. This is basically Halloween in a bottle. Plus, look at that juice, a very darkish kind of purple juice going on. And with this scent profile, it's very different. They don't even list the notes, but what I get is a very resinous, almost kind of green herbaceous cannabis note with this earthy, oudy dry down. Smells unlike any other fragrance I've ever got my nose on, guys. NASA Motto makes works of art when it comes to perfume, and this is no different. With this one as well, I did do 6 sprays, so a little bit lighter because this is no joke of a fragrance. They only come in 30 mLs, and that's for a reason, because this stuff is so strong and this bottle will last you forever, because you don't even need 6 sprays. You can easily get away with like 2 or 3 with this particular one, and that's rare. And also the reason why I pulled this one out is because later on in the night, I actually went to a haunted house, of course, so I wanted something that fit that kind of environment, very dark, spooky, mysterious, etc. And the girl I was with did compliment me. She said, "You smell good. Is that dark purple juice fragrance?" Because she knows this one. So she was spot on guessing what I was wearing, which did surprise me. And while we were at the haunted house, it was in like the 30s, man. It was freezing out there, so so I had to get something to actually push through that cold weather. This one did it easily, even better than me, man. I was struggling more than this was in that cold weather. That's what I chose to wrap off the week on Saturday is Nas Model's Black Afgano. Let me know down below what is the best spooky Halloween fragrance in your opinion. But besides that, guys, also let me know down below the fragrances you guys chose to wear throughout the week. You guys always pull out bangers after bangers, and I'm always curious about it. Also, leave a like, subscribe if you guys haven't already, and of course, I'll see all of you back here in my next upload. Take care, everybody.